Hello everybody, so we're going to try something a little bit different today, in that we're going to have some background music playing during the tutorial. So what I'm going to do going forward is grab a random SoundCloud artist with Creative Commons licensing, and you'll see their information as it pops up here in the, here in the corner. I was looking at the wrong display as I circled that. Anywho, welcome to the first episode of ToadNet's Game Academy. This is our introductory episode, and the first in our series for the runner game. So, what I'm going to base this on is the only understanding I expect you all to have of Unreal Engine is that you have it installed. We're going to start these game series for the ToadNet Game Academy completely from blank slate. So going through making the project, setting everything up, and I will expect you to know nothing, and we're going to keep it vanilla on the most recent version of the engine that's out at the time. So, of course, right now that is 4.18.1. The other precursor to this video before we get started, or preface, let's just, whatever, we're going to continue here, is that, with this tutorial for the runner series, I have a few set steps that we're going to be going through. I do have a set roadmap for what I want to cover. And then I have a stretch, or an extra credit project for the Game Academy. I will only be making this extra credit video if each of the first 3 parts in this series gets at least 50 views or more. So please, if you're liking the videos, please like, subscribe, all that fun stuff. It does help out. Let me know that I should continue with this and that people are appreciating it. And if I see at least 50 views on the first 3 parts of this video, or of this series, the runner game for the Game Academy, then I will make the kind of stretch goal video or extra credit video on adding some more interesting movement to the runner game. Okay, so now with that out of the way, let's get started with setting up our project and basic movement for a runner game. With your Unreal Engine launcher, launch your engine. Woo, that's a big surprise. And I'm just going to stop these pop-ups from happening right here. So if you give me a brief moment, we are going to tell SoundCloud to block. There we go. We don't want notifications coming up over there, as we already have it set up in the corner. In the corner, there we go. Perfect. Okay, is our Unreal Engine launching? Apparently not. Just gonna wait for the project launcher to launch. And if there's anything up with the quality of my mic right now, I do have a lot of objects around it that may be causing a bit of sound bounce. I hope to have that rectified in the next couple videos. Just need time to organize everything around here. So we're going to start with a new project, a blank project, and yes, we're going to do it for desktop for now. We are going to call this Game Academy Runner, or at least that's what I'm going to call mine. You can name your project whatever you want, save it wherever you wish, and we're going to create the project. So just head bobbing away in the background to this music. I really like this guy, just randomly found him on SoundCloud, figured, hey, let's listen to some interesting piano compositions. If you have any suggestions for Creative Commons artists that you'd like to hear in the background of upcoming tutorial videos, please let me know, and I can then keep them in mind and give them a little bit of recognition as we're going through the series. I am recording, aren't I? Yes, I am. I would hate to have to do that intro again. Anywho, so here we are in the editor, starting right fresh. A couple things we're going to do: expand our viewport. Okay, we want to be able to see what we're doing. And we're going to expand that there. And we want to click this little button right here. Okay? Get our content browser there. And right-clicking content, we're going to add a new folder. And we're going to call this folder Blueprints. Keep everything nice and clean. We are then going to right-click content again, make a new folder, and call this Maps. And then with our current map here, we are going to hit Save Current, select Maps, and we're just going to call this map_test. Okay, I'm always going to preface my names with a reference to what it is, whether it is a class of object, an enumerator, or in this case, a map. And we're just going to choose our maps folder and save. There we go. And then let's take our character spawn and bring it right back here. Perfect. And we'll save that again. So what we're going to start off with today is basic movement for our runner game, because that's really what we need to get started. So over in our blueprints, we are going to make another new folder, and we're going to call this Actors. Okay, and for those of you not familiar with the term, an actor is basically anything visible in the game. So our character, a box, a tree, all are going to be actors. And then with actors, we are going to right click, have a new folder, and we are going to call this one Player. Okay, just keeping everything in a nice hierarchy. So our player, we're now going to, in this area here, right click again, create a new blueprint class. And we are going to choose character. Character in Unreal has a lot of pre-built stuff for us. Let's just do a lot of things without mucking or building the code ourselves from scratch. It's already pre-done there, and we can build on top of it. And we are going to call this pawn_character. A pawn being anything that you can control. And let's double click on it to open it up. First thing we're going to do is compile and save. Make sure that it is there, saved, and ready for us to make modifications, just in case we're having any sort of hardware issues that we're not modifying an unsaved thing and then have it go missing on us. I have had that corrupt a project before. And in our event graph, and this is where the magic happens, we're hitting event graph, and with this player, we are going to do some very, very simple things. So let's get rid of these. And we're going to pull our on event tick. It doesn't actually say on, but that's what it is. So our event tick, we are going to pull off, and we're going to tell it to add movement input right here. And of course, right click and straighten connection. Our world direction. So this is the direction that our player is going to travel. We are going to tell that to be to get actor forward vector. So get the direction the actor is currently facing. Let's take that and pop that right in there. And scale, we are going to leave it 1. So this sets the character to their maximum movement speed. And they're going to move as soon as the game starts, and they're going to continue moving. Okay, so we're going to save that. Now let's see, are we going to do this as a side-scrolling or a first-person runner? Let's do it as side-scrolling. Okay, so that is going to start running right away. Cool. And then what we want to do is off to the side, we want to add a component, and we want to add a camera. With the camera selected, we're going to pull it out to the side here. I'm going to put it 10 meters away. And we're going to hit E to rotate and turn it around to look at our character. And just so we actually have something to look at, we're going to add another component, a cube. We're going to pull it under the capsule component. And since it's now over by my camera, on the cube, we're going to come over here, and we can all see this, right? Yes. Sorry, the button I am clicking to add everything here is Add Component. So it's right here, Add Component. And with that cube selected, we are going to come over here to Location and Reset to Default. Hit these little return buttons, set it right back over here. And by pressing R, R as in Romeo, we can scale our cube to be a nice little player there. Perfect. Okay. And we're ready to test basic movement. So on our map, we can take this player's start. We're actually going to delete. Oh, sorry. We're going to come out here, click this, and hit delete. And we're going to bring our pawn character out. And in this area here, we are going to type in possess. And auto-possess player, we want to put to player 0. We're going to save. We're going to hit play. Look at that. We have our infinite runner. Well, our runner, sorry. Not infinite. At least not yet. So, our character is moving. And we can play with a lot of things now. So if we go over to character movement right here, in this, we can set all of our movement speeds. So if we go down to character movement walking here, and set, okay, max walk speed, let's set that to 800. Compile, save, and then something I like to do for myself, so I don't have to keep popping back here to see what's going on. I like to hit this little arrow here and tell it new editor window. And what this does is every time you press the play button, it now starts it in a new window for you. So you then goes on top, and there we go. So there it is. Perfect. It runs, it falls, there we go. Now, to get to any new platforms, we're going to have to be able to jump. Big part of the runner games, I know. Simple thing. So we are going to hit, or sorry, right-click in the event graph, and that's how I've been bringing up this menu, in case I didn't mention that. So right-click in the event graph, and we're going to type input space. And that will give us our space bar. Okay, I'm going to pull off press. We're going to say jump. So the character movement component already has a jump function built into it. And if we click here again, we should be able to type right up in here, jump. And we can get the jump velocity, how fast the character is launched upwards, to give us how high we jump. Okay. And with that, we should, if we hit space, be able to jump. There we go. And that is our movement. That's it. It's really that simple. And that's where we're going to end this video. So thank you everybody for watching. That is setting up our movement and been going over all the intro stuff for this new Game Academy series and for our first episode here on the Runner game. So we've gone over, just as a quick recap, setting up our nice little hierarchy here so that we can quickly move between things. We've got our map set up with our player. And when we come back in the next episode, we are going to be looking at setting up a few little obstacles for him. So just editor stuff, or editor panel stuff. We're going to be setting up some obstacles from here. And then we will set up a win condition, or a zone where the character will trigger the win condition. So, we'll see you soon, and hope you come back for more. Bye for now.